I always have to say that after I've called on him, because then they say, oh, Rick was a good instructor. He told him he didn't have to. All right, what's your name?
My name is Justin Jarbo.
And where are you from, Justin?
From Worcester.
Is that where they make the sauce? Worcestershire sauce? Worcestershire? Okay, so tell us, what was your experience? How many calls did you make?
I made 9 calls.
How many answers? 5?
5 answers, 2 appointments, 2 referrals.
Wow. That's awesome. So 4 out of 5 is 80%. That's pretty huge. What was your experience? What happened that you really were excited about?
Well, I guess first off, it was a little awkward. I was calling some of my really close friends. They knew I was in real estate, but I just wasn't getting in front of them as much as I really needed to. So I was kind of just touching base, getting on their playing field, and just really, stepping up and just telling them what's going on, why they need to do something now. And it was pretty successful. I got a couple appointments out of it, a couple referrals that I wasn't even able to call yet, so pretty good.
No, that's incredible. All right, so you are just adorable, aren't you? God. How old are you?
26.
So yeah, so he's about the same age as my son. That's great. All right, so are you open to being coached and getting some feedback in front of everybody?
Obviously.
Okay, obviously.
I'm here, aren't I?
All right, so did you all hear what he said about I haven't been talking to my friends even though I'm in real estate? You know why we do that? Or why we don't do that?
It might feel awkward, I'm not sure.
Melissa, can you grab me that hat behind you, please? No, what happens, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have ever taken a bold class? Okay, so you've heard of this issue called the drunk monkey. All right. A simplified version, this is the Christmas drunk monkey.
And you called me adorable.
Yeah. All right, so here's another simple version of what happens in your head. A lot of people actually, I found out, don't know what we mean when we discuss drunk monkey. Let me put it in simple terms. We make up stories in our head. So he's made up stories that what will my friends think of me if I address them directly about how smart I am about real estate. He's not cool, he's too nerdy, he's a geek, whatever. Bottom line is, if we think back to how many things we've not done in our lives because of the stories we make up, like really seriously, that we've told ourselves stories that this will be the turnout, this will be the outcome, and you only have one way of knowing for sure what the outcome is. By experiencing it. Then it becomes the truth. Other than that, it's just a story you made up in your head. So, for you, this is probably momentous in that this is a call that was uncomfortable for you. Is that true?
Yes.
It was. So, how many more of these now could you make?
I would say just keep going. I saw
All
some
right.
results.
This is so great to have. Now, let me ask you something else. And please be brutally honest. Is your team leader in the room?
He is, Dave Hill.
Yeah, no, I got that. Okay, so you got Lynn and Dave here. What's better than that? So, what is your normal daily habit of actual calls? Normal, like every day of the week. Be honest.
Volume-wise?
No, just number of calls. How long do you call a day? 0 minutes?
I don't understand the question.
How much? Just calls. How much time a day do you typically spend making calls, lead generating?
3 hours, 3 and a
You
half
do
hours.
every day.
Yeah.
And okay, first I bow down to you. You have to be giving him a big round of applause. 3 hours a day. Is that because Dave is such an amazing example for you?
Yes.
That's why he's a superstar. So, and I'm going to remind you, get his autograph now before you get really hot, really big. So let me ask you then, you make calls on a regular basis and you've somehow avoided these. Was it the discomfort of making them?
It was.
Yeah. So if I couldn't have picked a better person to stand up here in the sense that first, he's young. Second, he got way outside of his comfort zone. Third, it's not like he's not comfortable lead generating. He's obviously already doing that. It's still, even people comfortable lead generating, find stories to make up about if I call this particular person, or if I call this particular person, what may happen. So I love that you're still looking at the hat, not at me. It's great. That's the reason I put it on. All right, so give him a big round of applause and congratulations. I'm proud of you, man. Put that back up there. Thank you. Oh, you wanted a picture with me and him? Come on. Oh. All right. Facebook, here we come. You know, when I started speaking professionally 10 years ago, there wasn't Facebook, so you didn't have that damage of, you know, you get home and your girlfriend goes, "Can I just show you?" Really. So, there's a lot to be said for doing that exercise. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You have to be proud of yourselves for New England bringing this size crowd. I don't think they'll reach this size crowd in any other city that gets this tour. So, congratulations.